That's my intro, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, sir. B.o.p Gaming episode 21. What's happening, y'all?
What's up?
What's up? Outlandish over there. Killer with me over here. Like, subscribe, comment, everything you can on the YouTube, on the Twitch, on the TikTok. We are live on TikTok, by the way. Yes, again, every single week. Due to life constraints, we were late again. It will not happen again.
No, next week should be back to normal, hopefully.
I think next week should be back to normal.
That's what she's sharing, with
So,
the whole pool thing.
Hopefully, this episode, and I apologize for those that were checking out the videos, looking at what the hell was happening, and I consider that lag in real life. So hopefully this is better than last episode. So I sincerely apologize. Unfortunately, my laptop spazzed out now. The resources not running that deep on my laptop. So everything should be
Let's
good.
hope for that, because I was a little crazy last week.
Yeah, it was so bad it had to be a TikTok video. And lag in real life, and it sucked. And that was literally the example of that. Right. So, today's news is okay.
It was a pretty light week, but it was some pretty stuff, that's
So
definitely
let's
happened.
take out the elephant out the room, okay? And let's talk about Activision and Blizzard.
Yep, let's talk about that, because
you go ahead and start it up. I'm going to
'cause
bring that image one more game.
Yeah, because a lot of things happened this week. First and foremost, they started.
The walk was Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about something happened before then.
Oh,
Then
really?
walk.
Okay, hit me.
The petition. All the co-workers of about 2,000 people, over 2,000 people that worked for Activision Blizzard, signed a petition saying that what the company's first response to everything was how horrible it was, how it was like so bad. It was a bad response. Didn't say anything about what their concerns was or anything like that. It was a horrible response. So what they decided is that on this past Wednesday, they're going to stage a walkout.
You're damn right they staged the walkout. And they did the walkout, and I wish it continued until something immediately was done.
So, yeah, basically what they did, they staged the walkout at the main location, but they also did, like, online things, too. So people could, look at the Outlook, speak about it and everything like that. And also they were doing, like, charities, different kind of charities to, like, donate to help out the situation. Let me see. The Black Girls Could Code, Girls Who Code, Futures Without Violence, Rain Women in Animation, Women in Games International. Those were the type of charities that they were showing out there to, help people who are in pretty much the same
those
predicament
that suffer from that same type of environment or just equality in general in the workplace.
Exactly.
Because, dude, you got it. Dude, it's a workplace. We said this last episode. It's a workplace.
Exactly.
Okay? And the things... And now here's the thing. The walkout happened, okay? The walkout happened. Make sure the mic's close to you so we can get it. The walkout happened. Cool. And it gave others an outlet, to vent and to speak. Mm-hmm. But now there's been other reports that have been transpiring, and we just got an update about an hour and a half ago.
So you want to talk about that one first, or do you want to talk about the...
It's all about Activision, but go ahead.
Yeah, because they got some information.
Yeah.
More information about the Bill Cosby room. I don't know if you saw about that.
The fact they said Bill...
Oh, I mean Bill Crosby, whatever. But it's Bill Cosby.
Yeah. But it's funny how you mentioned, like, we all should be like, oh, yeah. Not realizing, like, we're not really talking about Bill Cosby, guys.
No.
It was a nickname
It was
in
a
the
nickname
suit.
of the suites that I'm sure you have heard about. But they had some more information.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there were some pictures that were leaked where they were literally, like, the people who were working for them, the CEOs and managers and HR. One of them was HR. If you don't know what HR is, it's human resources. The ones that's supposed to back up all the employees against the corporation and mediate. And they were posing in a room with a picture of Bill Cosby, which is like, they actually showed that picture.
I don't even want to even speak his
crazy.
name. We spoke his name before. We didn't want to speak his name.
So then the second thing they showed too was, how the room looked. They showed the amount of alcohol was in that room and all that, which that's not the issue. I just wanted to say that. Now, what also leaked was some of the conversations that they were having through, like, I think it was like through a group message or something like that. the Afrasabi. Is that how you pronounce his name? I'm sorry, I'm butchering. Actually, I'm not really sorry, I'm butchering your name, but that's your name. Asabi, he was saying, they were talking about how they're going to get girls into the room, and then they were saying, like,
frat house stuff.
What are you going to do?
Frat
Like,
house
keep
stuff.
marrying, like, these girls? And, like, no. And then all of a sudden, it's like, what's marrying? Another word for fucking? Oh, I mean, for effing? And it's like, it was some pretty, like, disgusting
Look, we know that there's
stuff.
employees, there's employees and employers, and they always have the conversation because you got those that are very, very sensitive, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, like a regular 9 to 5, whatever, and you have those conversations, okay, which shouldn't be allowed anyway. But understanding that it happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens. With a company like this, with a lot at stake and a lot of money coming in,
Exactly.
that's a whole nother problem.
It's a whole other issue.
Toxic.
It's just like, it's so bad.
What happened? What's happening?
Switching it up back and forth, right?
Yeah, man. If you want, if you want to showcase my Wendy's, it's cool.
Okay, I guess I could just keep it right
Yeah,
here.
if you want to keep it there for a little bit, or
Okay, we'll keep it there.
switch it up.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to answer on it? You
No,
can
no,
answer
no,
it,
it's
right?
fine. We
Okay,
can,
cool.
we can do it fine. Okay.
Anybody dived in there? Anybody dived in there?
A
little bit? Nah, you know.
But no one, like,
You know how it goes. It's live. They're gonna join in. You know.
Yeah. Okay, but so yeah, that was that's like some of the situation. They also were trying to get like a meeting of 500 staff discussing all the things that's been happening. They decided to try to do that before the whole walkout thing happened.
Yeah, there's no.
Which is
saving it.
pretty crazy.
They waited. It's been happening for so long and so gross that it becomes. It's look. It's not gonna happen overnight, but because it's been happening and been happening and been happening, and then now they get hit.
It seems like it's beyond saving unless they
Yeah,
change
and their
up
response at first was just,
everything.
yo.
Their
Their response was so bad.
It was like the most tone deaf thing I ever seen in the world. It was so bad.
It wasn't even like tone deaf. It was literally like, nah, we don't believe our employees. They don't know what they're talking about.
It was so.
Look, we're a bigger company and we have money on the line. Nothing like that happened. You know what's crazy? I was just reading today too. You gotta think about this, guys. Okay, TikTok fam as well. Think about this. Okay. They said, in quote, was untrue or out of context. So it was said. What do you mean out of context? How could you take those type of conversations out of context?
That's what I was wondering too. Like, how you take that out of context? None of that is out of context. Like, how does someone create an out of context out of that?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to
How?
figure out. Like, how does that happen? Like,
Okay, I'm gonna read one here, one report, and we're gonna see how out of context this is because this doesn't make any type of sense. I'm gonna find it now
I
because it's
was
kind
like,
of a
as soon
small
as I heard
text.
the whole like out of context thing, like what's out of context about all this? Like nothing could be out of context.
Where is it?
Oh, it was like another level of just crazy.
Okay. Courtesy of GameStra, which I have here. Again, this is with Activision and Activision Blizzard, of course. Let me just put the camera to me so you guys can do the thing here. So check this out. Check this out here. Waypoint unearthed a second document incident of sexual harassment at Activision Blizzard in the last 5 years. The conviction of Tony Ray Nixon. The conviction, by the way. The conviction. Hold on one second. That's cool. The conviction of Tony Ray Nixon, a Minnesota Activision Blizzard employee who was investigated, fired, charged, and convicted for installing cameras in the bathroom to spy on other employees in 2018. The same year that the investigation has started. Who knows? Maybe that was the reason why I kind of started seeing a camera in places. Now you put a camera in places, you're thinking it was just, cameras and all the like.
Exactly.
And, you monitor the behavior, but you can't really, you gotta let them know you're being monitored. Maybe they don't have that. Okay, check this out. And quote, Nixon was charged again when a detective discovered videos on his phone where he appeared to be filming up another employee's skirt. Okay? They got video of him with those types of cameras that he installed. He went under an individual's skirt.
But that's out of context, though.
That's out of context.
That's out of
Totally
context.
untrue.
Totally.
Nixon later pleaded guilty to the misdemeanor charge of interference with the privacy, misdemeanor, and was later required to register as a sex offender after violating his parole. But if he had the parole, he wouldn't have been a sex offender? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
This is disgusting. And yes, okay, lastly, IGN spoke with 7 current and former Activision Blizzard employees about their experience with the company and corroborated stories from the California DFEH lawsuit. One source told IGN that the company's breastfeeding rooms did not have locks and that male employees would enter unannounced, and stare at breastfeeding mothers. That's out of context, though.
Yeah, completely out of
What,
context.
did he just walk in and spaced out in the wall for about 30 seconds and then he just left?
Exactly, like that's normal and thing like that's supposed to happen. And then, of course, other things that was popping up was not only was this happening to females, it was happening to males too.
Yes, and let's speak on. Okay, let me because I spoke to somebody about this. I think yesterday. Look, yes, frat party environment and an employer doesn't vibe. Okay.
First of
At
all, I don't even consider this frat boy things because that's just putting.
Consider
them
this
in it,
stupid
like, this is
because
just
for one,
beyond,
the game
like-
that they were playing, which is called Chicken.
Yeah.
GAY Chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
They were playing that. Do you know how you play that game, guys? Just to be fair, hold on one second. Okay. So, what happened is they're playing a game where they're going to go about pinching the general male area as a form of tag in the employer.
Exactly. It was just like.
How? Why? Why are you playing that clocked in? If you're going to play like that, if you wanted to,
Not at work though.
go drink, chill, and be weird at the house, bar, or wherever you need to be. Whatever you need to be. Go and do that. Not when you clocked in and doing it to those that don't want that in the first place, because if that happened to me, we fighting. You ain't pinching none of this. You ain't doing none of that.
Exactly.
So we fighting. And if you sat there, and it sucks because if they retaliated like how I'm reacting, that's retaliation.
Exactly.
And guess who's going to be loss of income because they didn't play GAY Chicken?
Exactly.
So it's disgusting. Like, when I seen that, I'm like, it's stupid-ass game. It's kind of funny, but, like, that's terrible in an employee environment.
No.
Because I could see a group of, like, people, 10-plus, chilling, and if they want to be weird, they be weird and do that.
It's
Weird
still-
anyway. It's
still
weird.
bad
But,
to
like,
do
it's a
something
game
like
and
that.
it's stupid. Just like playing chicken, running out.
Because it's still,
It's a game,
you know,
it's stupid.
guys, things like that can
But
happen
not
to guys
employers.
too, and it's not good for it to
No.
happen. It's not.
Absolutely not.
It's like this. It's thing. And
It's
then,
disgusting because it's a retaliation at the end of the day. So if they don't like
Exactly.
it, you'll vent about it.
So now,
It's crazy.
one of the things that happened also during this week was Koch. Was it Koch? Yeah, Koch. Yeah,
Koch.
Koch.
Or Kochek.
Koch. Yes.
I think it's Kochek.
Whatever. Bobby Koch. Yes. He did a response, like an official response from him.
After his lukewarm response in the first place.
After the lukewarm response, exactly. So he did a response, and he said that the first initial response was tone deaf. Bitch, no, it was not tone deaf. Okay, it was not tone deaf at all.
It
You
wasn't
knew
tone deaf.
that you knew exactly what was going on, and you did not want to say. You thought your first thing was gonna get you out scot-free, but it did not. It pissed off so many people, and it made things so much worse for you. So that's why I'm
Made
thinking
everything worse.
this. So that's why I'm thinking this apology right here that you have going on right now is complete bull, and obviously you're doing it to save face of the company and all that type of stuff. Whatever, that's what companies do. But I do not believe this apology for 1 second.
PR, damage control.
Exactly. He was saying that he said he's been implementing, trying to like hire people of all different kind of races and sexes and all that type of stuff.
Which, for one, didn't even play a role at all.
Exactly. It
Again,
just-
within the actual suit itself,
exactly.
it was only one complaint about race. Everything else was literally about harassment and being treated unfairly, and yes, discriminatory to women in general. Nothing to do with race.
No.
Because the women weren't even identified as black besides one, which personally in my opinion, it was put on there to make it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, add a little salt.
Yeah.
Add a little seasoning to the whole
So
situation.
pretty much they said they're going to do like listening sessions to listen to the employees of any issue that's going to happen. Employee support to support all the employees that stay.
But that's in the key of arbitration, which they're trying to get rid of too with the walkout.
That's what I was going to tell you about. I was going to talk about that afterwards. And then there's going to be like, do personal changes,
Oh, that's cool. Y'all see the
hiring
camera and all that stuff,
practices, like I was saying, the hiring practices and all that. Now he was mentioning all that. He said that he's working on the changes and doing all the things. It's like literally all these things is going one ear out the other because no one believes it.
And nobody's nothing. Again, it will not be overnight. Mm-hmm. But based on the first response of the company, you already know that they're not for the employees.
No, not at all.
They're not for the employees based on their first, because then they had to backtrack and make it a little bit fluffier after when they said it was untrue, not a context.
Exactly.
Then they have arbitration.
Yeah,
and on top of the fact that they try to put them through mediation, failed.
Exactly, because
Confidence.
That's the situation. Because of course he apologized right before the strike was going to happen.
Yep.
It was like Tuesday night when he did that. So then of course the people who was organizing the thing, he said that it's good that they're saying some of the things, but you're not solving most of the issues, including the forced arbitration type of thing.
Yeah, that's literally key.
That's like one of the key things is the
because
forced
the reason
arbitration.
why arbitration exists is to protect the actual company's assets and keep it in house at the end of the day. They don't want class action lawsuits mainly or direct lawsuits. But the state got involved.
Exactly.
So it's no longer an arbitration issue anymore.
Exactly. So now, and they were also mentioning that they need like more greater transparency about the whole pay situation, the promotion and hiring, actually do a good job and actually do it correctly. None of that was said in that letter Kotick did. And it's like, that's what they were like. They said, okay, he said some good things. Yeah, great, yay. But he didn't say most of the important things that people was doing it in the first place. Mm-hmm. So then, with everything that was going on, of course, famous streamers that, streamed our things had all their opinions on it, saying, how it's like bad and all that.
Us included.
Yes, exactly. And then, of course, there's a bunch of people that I know, at least a good chunk of my friends, who are pretty much going to stop supporting the games until some change happens, which I'm personally going to be on that because I never really play the games anyway, so it's not going to be that hard for me anyway.
Easy for you. Unfortunately, for those that play Call of Duty, it's really, really
well,
hard.
that's the thing.
I don't play it like hardcore. Like, I haven't played it until like maybe a couple of days ago.
That's why they said for people like that, it's as long as they talk about it and understand the situations happening, then it's fine. But for people like me who don't really like do things like that, I don't care.
Don't catch me playing Call of Duty and talking about that. I'm very vulgar, and I'm playing the game, and I will still say how I feel. I'm not gonna say it now because I'm not trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But catch me on the online, on the PSN. You're gonna I'll speak on it very unfiltered. Like I'm not, because it's disgusting, absolutely terrible, and it sucks that I have to think about that once I load up the Call of Duty.
Exactly.
I really have to think about
it's like dang.
What I do. I don't spend money on it. I hard grind, so it's just I'm playing in the game.
Yeah, you're just basically playing.
Already hurts me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't buy.
I have friends who were like playing like what's that called?
Because it's not just Call of Duty. It's
Hearthstone. Is that the card
Hearthstone.
game, right?
That's the WoW.
Friends,
Hearthstone.
Yeah, I have friends who play WoW, Hearthstone, and Overwatch. Most of them are just gonna stop playing it,
and which is fantastic. Kudos to Outlane's friends. Yes.
Yeah, they just stopped that. I was just like, I love that they do it. For me,
it's good.
Like I said, for me, it doesn't bother me because I don't play those type of games anyway. So
yeah.
Like, literally, the only Activision game I played was Crash Bandicoot, and I already beat them, so I don't even play them again.
And literally, I play Call of Duty. Okay, not as much. Swamp Battlefield. And then I play Final Fantasy.
And that's Squaresoft. That's Square Enix, so you don't have to worry about that.
Squaresoft. Let's keep it OG.
So now, and then another thing they said that what they're going to do too was they're going to get rid of any of the inappropriate references in the WoW game, which is one of the main thing is Alex Asarabi has like a character in there and a quest in there. They're going to get rid of that.
You damn right.
So they should have done that a while ago.
With that mother sucker, yeah, you get rid of that.
They said they're going to get rid of that.
You get rid of that.
So now,
you don't need that negative energy.
I know you said there was some new information that came an hour ago. Would you like to talk about it?
Yes, and it was what I was speaking on, the Nixon situation, that he was an actual convicted sex offender. that worked at
So this
Activision got
came
caught
out
with the
an hour
cameras.
ago,
Came
okay.
out an hour ago. And then let's give you another quote here. Let me get the camera going real quick.
Yeah,
Hold on,
because I know you were mentioning that it was you
Oh,
had
yeah,
some new
'cause
information.
there was
so-
more information that came out in light of the walkout. Mitchell said that they approached the company's sponsored booth in 2015 to ask about jobs at the company. Blizzard's staffers apparently ignored her request, instead asking where her boyfriend was, and making lewd jokes in reference to her T-shirt she was wearing that referred to the infosec practice of pen testing, short for penetration testing, which in the gaming world, I guess, it's a code, whatever.
Yeah.
Mitchell contacted Black Hat's organizers in 2017 to inform them of the incident, at which point she was informed Blizzard would not be invited back to the event as a sponsor. Okay, cool. What else did it have? Meanwhile, end quote, meanwhile, employees who expressed concern over retribution to GameStop this week during the Wednesday walkout appear to have had their concerns validated by the realization that the law firm, here we go, this is juicy news right here, okay? Realization that the law firm that Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick announced would be responsible for the promised audit of the company practices is none other than Wilmer Hall.
Who's
Hale,
going to be led
whatever.
by
The
Stephanie?
firm that alleged helped Amazon fight unionization efforts at the company.
It's going to be led by Stephanie Avakian, I believe,
I don't even know her name.
who is the current co-head of the U.S. Security and Exchange Commissions.
The former head?
Co-head.
So she's currently...
With someone else. She's with like the head of what I just said, which I know you know who that is.
Well, I know of the division.
I was going to say, you know what the division is.
So let's put this in perspective. The same person that runs that law firm, Wilmer Hale, that same company that fought Amazon being unionized, I don't know how to plurally say that.
Yeah, it's like unionized.
Unionized, right? Mm-hmm. Fought against that. Unions are great.
Very good. Very great.
I'll give you a little example, and I bet you everybody that's here and focused and listening will understand what a union is and how it will affect the employees, because they're for the employees, literally tooth and nail. Up the street, a local supermarket went on strike for 2.5 weeks because of pay. Bottoms up, pay. And we got no groceries. That literally, it stopped everything. Trucks tried to deliver. They blocked they made a blockade to refuse milk orders to the local shop because the employees did a strike because the union was given in to the corporation, the SEC.
Oh, that was the Stop and Shop, right?
Yes.
I remember that.
I tried not to say
did
the
not
name,
shop-
but it's fine.
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Yes,
Whoops.
it was just those that are, yeah. You gotta listen here, kid.
Sorry.
Okay. It's out there now. Stop and Shop for the Northeast region, okay? They have some, I think most are unionized, some are not. You can have a company that's either a franchise, corporation, or a franchise that's unionized, whatever. But this particular Stop Shop and many others, apparently, they were on the union. The union was trying to favor in transition to the corporate type, which in effect messed up the 401ks, messed up the rate of pay, the hiring, the benefits, and the
It
adjustments.
was a pretty bad situation.
So they said, nope, we ain't working. Stop cold turkey.
And there was still people working there as like thing, and I refused to shop there during that time.
Yeah, and
showed
then
up
they
across the
tried to
parking
get,
lot.
you got the new people that got hired, they're just working and work, but those that been there for years, got the 401ks built, they were like, nah, we ain't having it.
Yeah.
Majority of the whole entire staff was gone. For like 2.5 weeks, they finally made a deal, but they were union. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. Amazon has issues where you have to pee and bottle, and I worked for like a week, but I understand how big the facility is. And when I said I want to go to the bathroom, them people looked at me and rolled their eyes and said, how long are you going to be? I said, well, I'm holding them a whole lot of urine. I know what to tell you. So, well, the bathroom's all the way down there.
It's a knock the.
Make sure you get back in like 5 minutes. I said, 5 minutes? I might as well go pee right in the corner over there, have a sanitation clean it up. He gets paid for it, and I don't leave, and I still get work production. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Become a dog and just like pee in the corner.
But no,
right?
I don't let the corporate run me, so I casually walked to the bathroom. I casually whipped it out, did my thing, and just casually walked out. Got lost purposely, but got lost. Came back like 15 minutes later. They all got mad. But there's others that really take that serious and they have to meet metrics and whatnot. So they pee in bottles. They don't even go to the bathroom. They get accidents during the work, and you think it's a lawsuit, but it's not. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Now they were going to be a union, and this firm that Activision hired to change the policies was the same person that fought against unionization, and Amazon is not unionized. So this law firm was successful. So guess what? The same company is going to represent the investigation and the change of the company.
And they said that they're going
Bullshit.
Exactly. And they said they're going to fight. Like, there's a
Bullshit.
reason why he hired them. There is a reason.
There
why.
is a reason to cover their tracks. Not to
Exactly.
mention this CSE is the Security and Exchange Commission.
Exactly.
So that's literally the oversight of stocks. I wonder why. How could we take this issue, mediate it just enough that the stock prices don't plummet within a 3 to 6 month time frame?
And you know why they're doing this? They're
Stephanie
doing,
Quacha ha cha cha, make you move. That's what's
it's like
what's happening.
The
It's
reason they're
ridiculous.
doing it is because they said they're doing it because it's a third party. This is a very unbiased third party who is handling
it's
all
not.
this. That's what I'm. No,
No,
it
it's
is
not.
not. As soon as I
Call
saw
it like it
who
is.
was doing it
No,
and
it's
who
not.
was working for who, I was like, no, it's
Nope.
not.
Nope.
At all. Like, no, it's not. And it's like they are kidding. And he must think people are stupid if they think they actually believe that. Because from what I'm seeing, no one does. This is all performative. This is all trying to cover their tracks.
Yeah. Bury the issue
Bury it.
and make it look good in the stock exchange.
Exactly. Because you'll be like, oh, we had a third party
The
handle
co-head,
it.
that should be a conflict of interest, to be honest with you. But I don't think that can
No,
work like that.
It's not gonna do that. It's the company don't deal shit like that. It's like they get away with shit like that, and things like this are the reason why CEOs and shit like that gets away with it.
Yep, because a little sneaky behind the scenes.
Watch in a week or two, they're gonna say everything else they're doing a great job. They're doing all the
No.
passing. They're gonna
Nope.
say some stupid shit.
Nope, I think by
What do you
next
think is
week,
gonna happen?
that law firm is going to change.
You think?
Absolutely. Someone else is going to be hired. It won't be that company. The Walkout already did good enough. I wanted more,
Yeah, obviously.
but I'm not in their shoes. I don't know the bread
Yeah,
that
they can't
make.
really just leave like that because some of these people need to work
Yeah,
and they have to.
yeah. But here's the thing. Because of how lopsided that company is going to be, I feel like next week they might change.
I'm hoping it does.
And if it doesn't, then we all know good and well that company's not going to change. And I hope the employees, and hear me, I know we hole-in-the-wall type of podcast, weekly gaming
Yeah,
sector.
exactly.
And we're just trying to do our thing to make sure we give you weekly news on a weekly basis of all the updated news. All I'm saying is, for all those employees checking us out, get out. Go
Get
somewhere
out.
else.
Start updating your resume,
Stop
update your
updating that
cover
resume.
letter. Go somewhere else because trust
They ain't trying to-
trust and believe things are not going to be good, and you're going to be in the crossfire of that, and it's just going to be awful.
Man, I wanted to move the stapler. Yes, we got a stapler to prop our
It's
TikTok.
just going to be awful.
Absolutely.
And you're going to regret not moving out of there. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm
Don't-
not your
don't-
mother.
don't go to
I'm not your
Ubisoft, though.
father. No, they're bad too. They're just as bad. But they try getting rid.
What they're
most of
doing
that
now is
stuff
taking
happened last year.
Activision to go, oh, snap. So here, guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a 12-point.
We did not
But
forget
they're
about
like, nah,
you,
bro.
Ubisoft. Last year, you was in this same deep shit too.
But this one's bad. This
Yeah.
one's bad because Ubisoft didn't get sued by a
no,
state
they didn't.
agency.
They just had all the sexual.
They had a
allegations.
leak.
They got rid of all the people. And all
Yeah,
that, which
yep.
they did all that. But they still not a good company. But Activision Blizzard is the worst company.
Now it's like one of the big companies that's getting like beat down.
Yep.
Heavy.
Heavy. And what's going to happen here is going to determine if other companies are dealing with stuff like this that we don't know about, and it's going to come to light because of things like this. We don't know. Because remember, there's a ton of gaming companies. And let's be honest, this probably happens in other companies, and they're being very silent about it. Who knows? Because if the game people are like this, who knows how they are in other companies? Like, I don't know. I'm not going to say other companies are like this.
There's always going to be some form of toxic
Exactly.
within any form of company. When it goes unnoticed and continues,
It
and
manifests
it
into
manifests to
something
something
worse.
that's super terrible,
It's
then it becomes a major issue.
exactly.
I didn't really check Activision stocks.
Well, I know they've been going down a bit, but I think they're going back up. I don't know if they are going back up or not. But I know they're not losing as
Well,
much
they're going
money
back up
as we
because the
think.
co-head of the CEC, the SEC, is like, I got this. Chill. Don't worry about it, guys. I got this.
That's why I think this is going to all blow over because of that bitch. I'm sorry.
Okay, next up.
Yes,
All
next up
right.
now.
So we're looking
Yes.
at let's look at numbers. I know you wrote the numbers down, and we're talking the numbers of, and if you see the picture, guys, you see it, Microsoft, Xbox Series X and S, and the PlayStation 5. Their quarter 4 came in. What I'm going to say right off the top, because I don't want to bring up a web page, and all of a sudden I end up slowing down the PC, and we lag in real life. What I'm going to say right off the top here, from Microsoft's point, they slightly went down of third revenue based on third-party less purchases on the digital front.
Yeah.
But blame COVID for it.
You think?
They said it was for COVID.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to say, how?
That's what I'm trying to think.
Developers not being, from home or whatnot. Okay.
Yeah.
But all of it blaming COVID?
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, I don't think it should all be
The
blamed.
engagement of third parties supporting their third party titles dropped the revenue slightly for Xbox, just slightly.
Yeah.
Not big deal, but they had to speak on, but why? Your system just came out. Why is there a slight decrease when Game Pass is supposed to be popping? Game Pass is still popping.
It is.
It just went slightly down, and if they want to use COVID, fine, but it's not going to work for too long.
Now for systems.
Yes.
So they released their numbers, and the PS5, since its launch, it has sold 10 million systems, which is currently outpacing the PS4 sales within the same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so it's actually been selling pretty well. Of course, I've been looking online and stuff. People are like, where are these systems going to? Because it seems like no one has them. And then obviously, things are like, people have them, scalpers, all that type of stuff. Sony really, I'm not going to say they really don't care about the scalpers, but they still selling the system no matter what. Mm-hmm. So even if it's from us or the scalper, they're still getting their money.
Because if there wasn't demand there, the scalpers wouldn't even waste their time.
Exactly.
So to be honest with
you,
I'm
not siding with the scalpers. No. I'm not siding with them.
But I'm saying it is considered a sale because of the hot demand of a PlayStation 5. So even if scalpers bought it, guess what? It was to buy PlayStation 5. Being PlayStation 5 is the reason why the scalpers got a hold of it first.
Now the thing with that is the systems are selling well, but the digital and the thing like you were saying are not selling as well.
Because there's nothing that wants to look forward.
Yeah, it seems like it's not as well.
Okay.
Correct
me if I'm wrong.
That's what I'm going to say, software, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the first Microsoft exclusive next-gen game...
It was medium.
No. Because that... Solely with Xbox.
Well, it was medium. But
It wasn't medium because it went to Game Pass, and it wasn't even like... It was built on Xbox One and Xbox One X, and then went to Series S and X. So it was a new game, a new title, but wasn't from the ground up. The only ground up, correct me if I'm wrong, hit me on the comments from now or next week, whatever. The ground up official next generation game for Microsoft running on the Xbox Series X and S is Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Maybe.
No. That's confirmed.
Oh, that is confirmed. Okay.
Correct me. What other game?
I was going to think Halo. The new Halo.
That's not out yet.
Well, that comes out later. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And Forza, that comes
There's
out
no
later.
Gears. There's no Forza.
Well, the Forza, that comes out later.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So the revenue digitally went down, fine. But the sales wasn't popping. It was popping because it was a brand new system with not enough games to push, and Microsoft obviously failed because the Infinite wasn't there.
Let me tell you about Microsoft, because This is what I wanted to talk about because with the PlayStation they saw about 10 million. Now with Microsoft, for the past years, Microsoft has never released their numbers. They haven't released their how much systems they never did. We know why. Well, I'm not gonna say like we know why, but we kind of know why.
We understand the philosophy of what Phil Spencer is doing.
Yeah.
So he's now looking at hardware sales as the go-to metric for the Xbox brand success.
So now we actually have a way to estimate how much we're selling with like all the logistics and everything going on, and they're at pace of selling 6.5 million units, which is less than PlayStation, but still a decent amount for a new system.
Yeah.
For an Xbox, especially one that, like you said, doesn't really have any exclusives. Like
only Flight Simulator is literally the only one. Now, you think I'm bashing Xbox, whatever, cool, fine, okay. Ratchet and Clank came out. That did some numbers. Okay, I don't know if you have the penetration of sales. I know that I brought it up, but penetration of how much units were sold based on the game itself.
Oh no,
I think Ratchet was at 10%.
I think it was.
Spider-Man was like 24%. Because Spider-Man came out when PS5 came out.
Exactly.
So that's already Sony exclusive, Spider-Man.
Yep.
So yes, there was a ground-up game that came out for the PlayStation 5 at launch. That included, if you got the Ultimate Edition, you got the remastered, upgradable Spider-Man, the other one.
Yeah, the one that came out for PS4.
So then it starts to tank. And I said this about like 2 episodes ago, that this year will be Xbox's year because
they
these
have
damn
Halo.
games for the Sony. Yeah, because they got Halo now, so Halo's going to save the day.
And Forza's coming out,
and they got Forza, right? But we are stuck with God of War being pushed out, and we are going to talk about the next topic, which we're not going to talk about yet.
Yeah.
And that has hurt me.
Yes. We'll talk about that later.
If you peek the TikTok, it hurt me.
Yeah.
But, and Deathloop
it's still coming out. And it's still an exclusive for a year.
But I think it would have pushed a little bit more units if it came out sooner.
Yeah. But it got delayed.
But that probably what would save face to keep PlayStation 5 running, like moving, you know? Because last year, it was all about just grabbing the damn thing.
Well, yeah.
Just grabbing
it's
it.
Still in the process of grabbing it because not everyone has it yet.
Nope. Shortages are now getting hit and it's getting crazy.
It's still people are still having issues again. Like I said, I'm lucky to have mine. I'm lucky to have it. So I'm just like, it sucks that people, still having such trouble almost a year out, and people are still having issues getting it. Same thing with the Xbox too. Xbox is having the same issues too.
Yeah.
So
and they have an easier access to grab it by going to Microsoft.com or Xbox.com, and you can sign up for the all access, so you get the system and the benefits and the perks for a monthly payment.
Yeah.
And you can't even get that. That's the easier way to get.
I was gonna say, and they still having issues.
It's an easier way to get it. It's crazy. So, I mean, they're overall doing a healthy amount of.
They're selling
movement.
the systems.
They're selling the systems.
It's not like they're flops. They're selling.
But moving forward, I think Microsoft's going to gain momentum. I wouldn't say beat out, but it's going to gain momentum because Sony doesn't have a good new game besides Deathloop that's coming out in the end of the year.
Yeah. Next year,
in my opinion.
Next year it looks like it's going to be Sony's year though, because they're going to have God of War. They're going to have the other game, which we'll talk about later.
No, we're going to talk about that shit right now.
So, you want me to tell you? Want to
so
say
you go ahead, because I already spoke my piece on my TikTok. Oh,
so it was announced.
Reported.
It's a report right now.
Reported.
But let's be real. We know where this is going to go because this is Sony.
Reported.
It's been reported.
Just need to clarify that.
That today, it was literally like a couple of hours ago. It was literally during my lunch. I remember this. That Horizon
Forbidden West
has been delayed to Q1 next year.
There was an interview that was stated that they were trying to get it in track. So that already was like...
That's what, and I told you that they are going to delay. You said no, they're not going to delay. It's going to come out this year. I can't tell you, it's going to get delayed. It's going to get delayed. And look what was been reported today.
Courtesy of Bloomberg, it does state, as reported, that Horizon Forbidden West will be delayed to first quarter 2022.
It wasn't officially announced.
Wasn't
yet,
officially announced.
But
it's technically, as of today, it was reported. We don't know the confirmation now. Or maybe by the time we conclude this podcast, it might be official.
It might be
we
official
don't know.
tomorrow, Sunday. We don't know.
We don't know. But it's happening, and it sucks, and that's one of those first-party titles from the ground up. Has been worked for the PlayStation 5 that we will not look forward to, and it sucks.
Exactly. It's like, because this is the game people have been wanting. It's one of the exclusives that the PlayStation has. Everyone loved the first one so much. It was such an amazing game.
I'm still trying to beat it.
So, and then, of course, everyone's been waiting for the sequel. The trailers have been showing looked fantastic. And everyone's been like, okay, this is the one that's going to sell PS5 systems. This is the one that people are going to be buying for the PS5.
And it will, because the commercials and what? They could totally do it. And it won't happen.
Not this year, anyway.
Yeah, next year could be better.
But
God of War hopefully comes out.
God of War should be coming out next year.
Should.
We'll say should. And then, of course, the Horizon. And what other ones do they have coming out next year? I'm trying to think.
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I don't think so either. I don't know anything either. But I can't think of any Xbox ones either.
I mean, God of War, which continued to say that 5 times, and that was so the universe.
Those are the two main big ones anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm sure more things will be announced next year.
Yeah. But right now we're just speaking on Horizon because Horizon was a great game, and now they got reportedly pushed back. I'm going to use reportedly because there could be a hint.
You still have hope in this. I mean, like, just deal with life. Just deal with it.
Just take it.
Just take it.
So there goes that.
Uh-huh.
So now let's segue to another. What do you call? Oh, let's do. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk about. Actually, you know what? Since we're on PlayStation 5 in a delay, let's talk about an hour and a half ago in Australia. I just got word of a new McDonald's sponsored PlayStation 5 controller.
It looks pretty kind of cool looking.
Check it out. Either Google it or just go to our YouTube right now and go ahead and check it out.
It looks kind of cool.
Kind of cool. It looks awesome.
It does. I kind of like how it looks.
It looks awesome.
It looks like a
It's
little
great.
fry, the little burger.
The red,
the
it's got the buttons and McDonald's fries on the left side.
But I got
of
a
the
question.
DualSense
It's in
controller.
Australia, so is it going to be exclusive to Australia?
It is, and it's a giveaway. If you watch the stream, it is a giveaway on Twitch.
Okay.
So if you watch the stream and you enter a sweepstakes, and you can get the actual lovable McDonald's PlayStation 5 DualSense official controller.
The funny thing, I wouldn't even play with it. It'll just be showing off.
I would totally play that. No, I'll play. I'm like, yeah, you can have that regular DualSense.
I'm gonna have this McDonald's one.
I'm gonna have that
exclusive.
I'm gonna have that mighty wing PlayStation 5 right here. I'm about to have that quarter pounder double. Let's go with the cheese. You know, like that's what I would do with that because that's it. Look at that.
It looks
great.
nice. I will say it looks nice.
You can't even. The fries is in the middle of the pad.
The burger's like on this side, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
and then the bottom left is the McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
And then the D-pad is yellow. With like a hint of yellow inside.
Well, because that's what McDonald's is.
That's so cool. I want it.
It looks cool. I will say that.
Please
Definitely
give it to us.
Cool.
Australia, please, I promoted it for you. Come on now. I would love it. I would love it. I would stream with it. It'll be great. But it's cool.
Yeah, I like how it looks.
Very swift.
I like
cool
when they
news.
do things like that.
Yeah,
like
just like the Microsoft with
the
with the Pride, right?
with the Pride controller.
Yeah,
which
that nice design on it.
Which I wish they would have sold that, but no, it was also another one for like giveaways and all that type
come
of
on,
stuff.
put it out in the market.
Things like that, I would buy that
It
one
will
in a
sell.
heartbeat. I'm not an Xbox person like that, but I would buy that controller.
It will sell. Talking about cheap plugs and selling of unique different items.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about my fat ass with the Krispy Kreme exclusive Xbox donut, baby.
Yeah, because I know you love those exclusive things
look at
like
that donut, yo. That's an official Xbox Krispy Kreme only. America runs on Dunkin', I get it, but Krispy Kreme's got this exclusive on lock,
Krispy
and
Kreme
I love
always,
Krispy
in my
Kreme's
opinion,
always. What?
Will have better donuts. Krispy
They will
Kreme
always have better donuts. You
Sorry.
walk in there with they smell good.
fresh. Remember
That
when it was
good,
close by to us,
Quincy.
and I would go to there all the
Yes.
time and grab
walk
it
in
directly from the
from
conveyor
the factory,
belt.
from the conveyor belt, and do it one more time. Do it one more time.
Directly from
Scoop
the
that
thing
up.
and,
Look at that.
fresh,
Melt in your mouth.
warm,
Hot,
melts.
warm. Like cloud consistency.
You see it like right in the conveyor belt right there when you come
Yep.
in. I remember going
And it's funny because they try to entice you and say, hey, look, you want a free one? Yeah. Bam, right off the conveyor belt.
Exactly.
Oh, nice
It's like
and hot.
it was a hot, gooey.
They say that
it was
when
the
you buy
best
one.
glazed donut ever.
They say when you buy Krispy Kreme locally, you just put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds, you get the same type. I tried it once or twice. It's cool. But
It's not the same as getting it directly from that conveyor belt.
and now
I'm sorry.
the exclusive partnership with the Xbox. I recently went to Times Square and I got me the Big Apple.
Oh yeah, they kept
version
in that
of the
little
Krispy
fancy
Kreme.
ass box.
Can you actually grab that for me? It's right there. I'm gonna show y'all. You can show the TikTokers too. TikTok fame over here. I bought me a. Actually, no, you can show it off. You're more presentable with that. You have more room. As you can see, hang on. Yeah, you sit down with it. You can sit down with it. Yeah.
See? Look at that.
Put it close. Put it close. Yeah. Krispy Kreme Times Square for $10, $10.99. You pretty much pay for the box, but you get a donut that is apple filled, and it looks like an actual apple. Okay, it's red and it's got the little stem going, just to represent the big apple.
Look. It's a little fancy.
Look at that. Look at that. And the actual dang.
It's like you're giving someone a ring. You're like marrying them.
Yeah. So with the Xbox official donut, I don't know if they're gonna have something as elegant as with the bots and whatnot. It'd be pretty cool. But it is an official partnership with Krispy Kreme to have an Xbox exclusive donut. I wonder what's inside. I think maybe it could be like a Granny Smith apple ingredient type of apple filled. I don't know. I don't really look at the deets. I'm a fatty, but like I don't really look at the actual
I know
flavor
you
itself.
like looking at details like that because you love exclusive foods.
Yeah, and I would
exclusives.
love me to call Krispy Kreme in New York and be like, hey yo, you got the new Xbox?
They're gonna look at you like what? Oh, they're gonna be like,
Hell no, you fat ass. I'll get that apple. It's only 3 hours away. It's fine. I can drive. 3 hours away. Boom, boom. Grab that. Grab another big apple. Come back. I should do that. I should call, and then next week I'll have it for the viewers.
it's up to you.
That's an idea. It's an idea. I'm gonna think about it because that's a 3 hour commute, going, coming back. Right? That'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. So yes, so that was fun. It's a little fun video game take. Now let's look at an overnight success. And I want to say overnight success. It's very quirky. Even the trailer that we viewed in like an hour ago was pretty cool. And actually reminded me of one of the trailers. It was on TikTok. It was How'd the World Start?
Yeah.
And it was literally just how this trailer was. Very like blunt, hilarious. It goes, and the word that goes space.
Very self-aware type of thing. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Yeah. So so if that's the term, self-aware.
It's very
It's funny
self-aware.
because like I seen those types of trailers and TikTok when it mentioned, but like the worlds collided with space dust and stars so beautiful.
Like
and
it's very self-aware. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I love when commercials are like
So
that.
this particular system came out with a trailer.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was a little
called
shocked about
Playdate.
this one myself because I wasn't sure if it was that
That big
great
of a
like
deal.
that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna play itself heavy, but it's just a quirky little.
It's really cute though. I
Item
really love how it looks.
that retails for $179.99 pre-order today. But we were told that within 20 minutes they sold 20 million copies.
So their pre-orders are sold out right now.
Yeah, clearly. I don't know if they anticipated so much, but the thing, it's got a crank. Like the damn. Like,
and the graphics are like really cool looking thing.
Yeah, it's like black and white.
Yeah.
It's like Game & Watch type of feel. You play some old school games. Now they're talking about you get it now. In the next 12 months, you get an additional 24 games that just randomly gift wrap opens up.
Yep, exactly. It
game.
just pops up in your thing because it's all run on Bluetooth because that thing has Bluetooth in it.
And Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi. So the game
And gyroscope and accelerometer.
and the game just come automatically onto the thing. You'll wake up one day and then you'll be like, oh, new game. And then you get
That's
to
it.
play it on the thing.
Yeah.
It's
really
not for
very
24.
awesome.
It's actually really cool that they are doing that. I love that they're doing
Yeah.
that.
It's
It's
a
a very
different system.
interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I was like looking at it like, oh, this is way more than I thought it was going to be.
According to the trailer, it is the size of your actual palm of your hand, so it's very little. And you can control the character, and the games are built from the ground up for that. There is retro games you can grab, like the Snake game and all that stuff. But then there's other games that are built from the actual developers that uses the crank to move them backward and forward.
Yeah, they were showing one game that looked kind of like he looked like a kind of like a puppet type of thing.
Yeah.
And it looked really interesting how like the controlling and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
walk up and then because of the gyroscope and the movement, so when you crank it and you go backwards, if you go backwards too fast, he falls over and then you got to try to get him up.
Exactly.
It's different. It's weird.
I like that. It's
but
like,
there's demand
because
it's sold. I wouldn't say
and
sold
if I
out.
remember, it's being made in Sweden. It was a company in Sweden.
Portland.
Was it Portland? Or Sweden.
Yeah,
I thought it was Sweden.
I think it's Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the States.
No, that's why I think it's Sweden. If I remember correctly, they were making it out there. The people seem so happy that they're doing it. They like creating new things. This is the first time making a game system like this.
Absolutely. They said, let's make the most easiest, difficult thing to do.
Yeah, they wanted to like change it up because they usually make, I think it was like toys and like gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they usually make. So this is their first like game little system to do, and it's an interesting take on it.
It is.
I'm excited about it. I mean, I don't know
It
what I'll
charges
get
with
it.
USB-C, so it's
Yeah.
got that. So it charges with the USB. So
I don't know what
it's
I'll
a
be able to
modern,
get it, but it looks
weird,
interesting.
quirky system.
Yeah, I definitely want to try it out eventually.
Yeah.
Like once I can get my hands on it.
Yeah, right. We don't know how it's gonna be popular.
At least it's not that expensive. It's under $200, so it's not
Yeah.
that bad
$200.
for something like that. And you get like pretty much 24 games. You don't get them all at once, but
Yeah.
you pretty much get 24 games on it.
All right, let's segue to Pokemon partnering with Netflix, and you said it was something to do with a live action.
Yep.
We've seen a live action already with some CGI with Detective Pikachu.
Well, that's
so I'm
what-
not really gonna sit here and bash.
No,
But-
because Detective Pikachu was great.
It was, but here's the thing: when you say live action, I'm thinking everything that we know that's a fictional character will all be human,
Well, that's the thing.
and then it'll be weird.
That's the thing. This is actually, they're still very early in the aspects of it right now.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly what route they're going to go. People are speculating that it's probably going to go the route of Detective Pikachu, because if they go
I hope
that
so.
route, that's great. I
That's
love that
great.
route, because Detective Pikachu was an amazing Pokemon movie. And I was like worried about that at first, but it made Pokemon cute, but also realistic. They had humans. If they do the TV show like that, that'll be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the person who's going to handle this is Joe Henderson. His major thing that he's been doing right now, which is going to be on its last season, is Lucifer, the TV show.
Oh, really?
Really popular TV
Yeah.
show that everyone loves. Well,
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna say a lot of people
I
love
don't.
it.
Yeah, a lot of
people. A lot of people love it.
I mean, it's not like American Horror Story, right?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, American Horror
It's
Story.
it's kind of like a comedy type of show. That's
Is
what
it?
It's kind of like comedy, action. Like I haven't really watched it myself, but I have friends who are like obsessed with it.
So what's sicker, American Horror Story or Lucifer?
American Horror Story.
Is it? I know.
Well, you wouldn't like those type of
American Horror Story. I don't even deal with horror like that.
Yeah, you like horror like that. But anyway, so it's by the same maker. His name is Joe Henderson. He will be writing it and producing it. So
Okay.
that's actually pretty cool. That's someone who has been doing really well, because Lucifer.
For a series, and
That's what I'm saying.
it's popular. I know that. I don't
Lucifer-
watch it, but I can understand
It's
what's
very
popular. and what's
popular, and it's
successful.
actually been getting good ratings, Lucifer, too. So that's why it's a good guy doing this. So
Yeah,
he'll
it's
be
not-
able to take
yeah.
his take on it. So it'll be very interesting on what's going on. Not more information was said but that, because like I said, everything is still in the early thing, because he still has to finish season 6, which it starts September 10th. That's what season 6 of Lucifer. So once that's completely done, that's where he'll probably most likely go to the Pokemon thing.
And
who knows when that
I
will
mean,
be done.
Pokemon is a hot IP. They
And-
ain't trying to mess it up with
And
someone
the
that's
thing
new.
is, they're putting it on Netflix because the Pokemon TV shows are on Netflix right now, and they're the most watched. Indigo and Pokemon Origin, I think it's Origins. Yeah, like the Pokemon series are all being watched on there constantly. That people love watching. That's why they're putting it on Netflix, because they know people have been watching a lot of Pokemon.
You're gonna give me credit, right? You're gonna give me credit, right?
Yes, because
You
you've
gonna give
been
it credit,
saying, for the past couple of weeks, we've been saying, Netflix are creating a new game thing with it. So then now,
How could Netflix implement gaming?
so with this new Pokemon TV show, of course, the first thing I thought of with, oh shit, what we're both saying might be actually true.
Because once it happens, they're gonna tie into something
They might have
else.
a game that might tie into this TV show, a realistic Pokemon game. People been wanting for a long time.
Yep.
Oh god,
That's
could
what I'm
actually
saying. So
work.
imagine
This
playing
could
that type
actually
of thing,
work.
controller on the TV, or get it that's tied to a series. Netflix is smart. But they have to do it gradually so a regular Netflix consumer
Well,
could
that's the
dive
thing.
into
This
it.
one's still early, so this might not
Yeah.
come out till like 23. Who knows when this will come out?
Yeah, I'm not anticipating this to be
anytime soon.
anytime soon.
And plus, if it's going to be similar to like the WP, it's probably going to take a long time to make too, because
Yeah.
they have to make everything good. Because I don't want a rush job. Because I don't want some busted ass Pokemon.
Hey,
looking.
what's up? My name is Aster. I'm here to catch some.
Yeah, I don't want no
walking
bad
things.
acting. I don't want no busted ass looking Pokemon. I want to make sure it's
We're already dealt with.
similar to Detective Pikachu. I'll be good with
We
that.
already dealt with Dragon Ball, and that was a horror show.
Yeah, I want to do Dragon Ball movie. That was the worst thing in the world. Did you see it?
I didn't want to see it. That hurts me. I watched the damn Dragon Ball
Do
series.
not
They wanna
watch
that?
it. You would literally like
Laugh.
yell at the TV because it's so bad.
All right,
It's
let's go into Oculus. Oculus.
Yep. So we'll
Hit me
start
with
with the
that.
Oculus first. So
Yes, sir.
Facebook announced, it was yesterday, that they're going to be pausing the sales of the Oculus Quest 2.
Wait, why? Because of the semi-quarter shortage?
Nope.
What will it be?
It is because there's a very small percentage of about 0.1% of people are having side effects of the foam that's going on top of their head, causing like rashes and stuff like that.
So it doesn't explode like Samsung.
No,
Doesn't explode like Chevy Bolts.
it does not.
'Kay.
Is that why you didn't get a Chevy Bolt yet?
Not yet. But I'm down for the cause. I ain't trying to pay no damn gas, and I want to get some more miles
I understand.
against my
But I
lease.
also don't want the car to blow up on you.
No, they made their own. They capped it at 90%. You can't charge it inside the house because your house might go in flames. I keep that ish outside. And 90%, I'll fast charge to 90, come back home chilling. They don't need to be plugged in anymore. So my electric bill could be slightly. You know what's funny? I charge it here. The electric bill doesn't even go up that much.
That's good.
But the bastards went ahead and said transportation fee.
Bitch.
They added another surcharge because I have a car that's electric. 90 cents. But it's the fact.
It's still
I'm like, transportation fee? Bitch, you ain't driving me to pay my bill. What you talking about? But yeah, so, and now with the
and-
boat, I ain't, shoot.
So pretty much that's the situation right now.
So Oculus does not explode.
It does not. No, it's just pretty
Fantastic.
much just a little rash issue because of the foam padding that goes on the forehead. Now, they did test on this back in December 2020, which that's where the 0.01% came from. And then they did the test again back in April, and I guess there were some issues with that. But they said that it was low enough that it won't cause any issues. So
Right.
then they just recently announced that they cut. So I'm guessing there probably was some issues with it. So what they're doing is they're pausing it up until August 24th because they're putting in a silicone placement to place where the foam headpiece goes.
Yeah.
So they put a silicone there instead. So they're putting that in all the packages, so they have to have time to do that. So that's why they're delaying it a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
To put them all the packages. Now, for people who ordered it already or have it already, you could go onto the website, the Facebook Oculus website, and you could order one and then send it to you for free to your house. No problem at all. So that's what I did for mine. So you can easily send it. So I'm just letting you know, if you're looking to buy one, you're going to have to wait a bit. Because I know you said you were going to buy one.
Yeah,
for
I don't think it's gonna be that much of a big deal when it comes to
Yeah.
that.
I just wanted to let you know. But yeah, so that's pretty much the situation on that. So it's nothing big. They just try to protect themselves because, they don't want like a huge. Like,
It's Facebook, and you
issues.
don't want lawsuits, so clearly
Exactly.
you already know what time it is.
And then, of course, with Facebook, there's also another thing that Facebook is also doing too.
Yes, and I'm glad you segued to that because I was going to choose a totally separate conversation. But let's talk about the partnership randomly.
With?
If you understand, Facebook owns Oculus.
Yes, they
But
do.
now Facebook has partnered with Ray-Bans. Wait, that's not video game related. You're talking about fashion. You're talking about glasses. You're talking about Facebook. And Facebook is social media. They own Oculus. They run it. Ray-Ban is their new way of segueing smart glasses.
So similar to Google glasses,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll do better.
But it could tie into Oculus as well with post notifications, download history.
Exactly.
That ties into gaming. See, we're not going to sit here and just talk about random news.
No.
Everything's got to segue to gaming.
And the thing is, with the whole glasses thing, because I saw the glasses, they look pretty decent. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say they're like
Ray-Bans,
the
baby.
best, but Ray-Bans,
Ray-Bans, baby.
those are made. They're a huge deal in sunglasses. They're like
Yeah.
very high brand.
Yeah.
Very high brand stuff. So it looks pretty cool, and I'm curious on how how everything's gonna work with like the notifications, especially with the Oculus thing.
Can you take a loom out?
Because I'm very curious on how the whole Oculus situation is gonna work with that.
Yeah,
with the
it could
notifications
tie
and all
in.
that, and obviously notifications and stuff like it.
Yeah.
Because it's tied to Facebook, so you'll have Facebook notifications. I wonder how that's gonna work. Seeing the posts and all that.
They're gonna somehow, because it's a Facebook Ray-Ban, but why? To be honest with you, Facebook is very big, and they try to venture off, so they don't end up like a MySpace. So they have more than just social media. But like, what else? I mean, because Facebook's touching a lot of things, from videos to gaming to market to everything else.
Yeah.
You know. So it gotta implement something with the Oculus.
Yeah.
You
So
know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it's gotta
yeah.
be. So it's cool that Ray-Ban though. It could be
Yeah.
any. It's a good fashionable company.
It's still early, right? So we don't know.
Very
exactly.
early,
We
yeah.
don't-
They just know that they're working on smart glasses, and the smart glass is going to be partnering with Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
Those that already messed with the glasses type deal. So it's not like something they're building from the ground up, and hopefully it's not uncomfortable or
Exactly.
whatnot.
This will actually probably look stylish. Hopefully.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
So it's
'cause
gonna be
it's
looking
Ray-Ban, it's
great,
Ray-Ban,
and
yeah.
it's smart. So that could be Facebook's segue to entering smart devices, hardware-wise,
Yeah.
as glasses, which I would totally love.
I'm kind of wondering what the price point is going to be though.
Yeah, probably $300.
You think?
Yeah, because
You don't think it's going to be a little more than that?
I mean, it could be because it's Ray-Ban, so you
That's
talk
what I'm
about $499
thinking.
maybe.
Because Ray-Bans are pretty
Depending on the
expensive.
color, style, weight,
And
swag.
who knows how much tech is going to be in it too. So you have to consider
all early.
that.
But Facebook's got Oculus. They're working with that. Now they're partnering with Ray-Ban. And you know that's going to somehow tie in. So we just want to go ahead and mention that. We have another topic here that we're going to really... You watched it. I only love one game out of it.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about...
Annapurna
Annapurna?
Interactive.
Annapurna Interactive.
Which is, they're a game company, which is, they pretty much...
Gotta love the photo.
They're pretty much the art
Gotta love the photo.
house of game companies. A lot of their games are very artistic. They're very different. The graphics look way different than other. A lot of them are like cell shaded, but like a different kind of cell shaded.
Yeah.
They're like cartoony.
They seem like more of a risky company.
They're very risky because they're indie companies, so they can do the risks.
Yeah.
So that's the good
Very,
thing about this.
very risky.
Yeah, they could do the risk because they're an indie company.
Yeah,
but that's what I love about
that
them.
game. Stray looks hot.
Exactly. We'll talk about that first since that's the one you know. Like Stray, that looks great. They had like gameplay of it and everything. It's pretty much you're a cat, a stray cat, and you find this little robot that, helps you, and he pretty much attaches to you like a little backpack type of thing. It's so cute. And then pretty much you're a stray cat, you're traveling, you're jumping, you're platforming. And it seems like you're in a world full of robots, because I think this is like an apocalyptic kind of world, because it seems like everywhere you go, it's all robots. There's no humans. I don't see any humans. It's all robots.
The future is going to be blended
Exactly.
in with some robots.
And then all of a sudden you see like creatures, like little like bug little creatures, which are so creepy that I'm not a fan of.
Can't. Why?
Because I have to go outside. It's dark outside.
Yeah, go outside and the light goes on. Yeah, we have a light
Yeah,
there, dude. Go.
and then it'll be like kind of like
My son's scared of the dark.
it's like the game looks really cool. Like I like the dark atmosphere of it. It's like platforming. You get action. Those little bug things are so creepy looking. I hate the way they look.
Call me weird, but the photo of the actual game and the environments looks like kind of a cyberpunk for a cat.
That's what it kind of
Because
reminds
the
me
vibrant
of.
purplish, orange, amber type of color within the game
I
itself.
like the
It's
way
like
the
a little-
graphics is, because it's kind of like a mixture of like realistic but also kind of cartoony.
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's like a little mixture of
It's
both.
awesome. You get to like pet stuff, grab stuff, you jump around.
And the guy and the thing like the fighting or fight little bugs, he has like a little radar thing that like
Yep.
fights him from the little backpack thing. The backpack helps him like talk and stuff like that, because
Yep.
I know that thing's talking to all the other robots and stuff.
And the funny part is it's a cat game.
Yeah.
I think like a cat.
Exactly.
It's great.
I love how it looks, and it's so cute. There's no release date on it yet.
Oh, really? There's none?
No release date yet.
Damn.
So we don't know. It's most likely coming out next year.
Yeah, it's
But-
too soon now.
And they didn't even announce what system is coming out for it either.
Oh.
So I'm hoping it'll come up for the PS5. I'm pretty sure it will.
Next
Mostly
gen.
Mostly decided it comes like next gen. But that game looks amazing. Like I'm excited about it. Now, there's some other games that I want to talk about on there too, which I'm excited about. One called The Artful Escape, which is music / adventure / running adventure type of 2D type of game. The graphics looks fantastic. Like I love the way it looks. It's very cartoony, but it's all very cel-shaded cartoony,
Okay.
which I love.
Like Jet Set Radio type.
Kind of like that,
Okay.
like a little bit like that. I love how it looks, and like I said, the music in it is pretty great on that. I'm excited about that one. That one is coming out September 9th.
At least it's something this year.
Exactly, but it's actually it's an Xbox exclusive and a PC exclusive.
Oh man,
It's
wow.
one of those
Okay.
types. But it's coming out for the PC, so I can still play it.
yeah.
So I'm good with that. Another game which looks very interesting. I don't know if that's something you might want to try because it's a first person. It's called Neon Witch. It's a first person shooter, but the way that the battle system worked, it's very interesting. It's like they use card battle to like you battle with cards, like different kind of like fireballs and all that type of stuff. You have guns, and some of these levels, depending on how long, it can last for 10 seconds to 2 minutes. These things happen quick. They're very
Jesus.
quick. It's over 100 levels of what you can do in this game. It's very stylized.
Okay.
Like the graphics kind of remind me of something like Tsunamudo type of thing.
Yeah.
Killer 7, what do you call that? No More Heroes, things like that. It kind of reminds me of something like that, which I freaking love how that looks. And like I said, the whole first-person shooter thing, it looks interesting.
That's cool.
We don't have a specific date yet, but it says coming out in the winter.
Okay.
It comes out for Steam and Switch.
You know what I just dawned on me?
What?
What if Tencent buys this indie developer?
I don't know. What made you think this?
A small studio like this making good, promising indie games itself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to be bought out, and Tencent's move has been aggressive.
It'd be interesting if they did that.
I think that's a prediction of mine. By next year, this will be bought by Tencent.
Now,
I kind of hope I'm right because I want to be like, yeah, but it just dawned on me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, another game that I love the way, because this was what they're calling an interactive poem, is called A Memoir Blue. It's a story-based game based on a mother and daughter relationship.
Aw.
It's Tony, like from
you
what they
in
show
tears?
on the trailer already got me on tears. I cannot imagine how the game is going to be.
Aw.
It's like one of those like really like deep, meaningful type of games, which I'm excited about. It was a very short teaser trailer because they didn't want to show too much of it, but it looks fantastic. I'm excited for it. We don't have a release date of this system yet, but it is coming out on all the systems, including Steam and PC and Epic Store and all that. It comes out on
Nice.
all that, so that's good. I
So
can't
the
wait
Steam
for that.
Deck can get some love, huh?
Exactly, right? Exactly. Now, another one which is very cool how they do it, is called Storyteller.
Okay.
It's pretty much you're a storyteller. There's a book, and the title of the book and like the kind of thing that's supposed to happen, like tragedies in one of the examples. You have to create a story using like little character things, and it has to end in tragedy or end in whatever the thing that's the thing. So you have to create a story, like whatever story you want to do, but the ending has to be like, you know, tragedy or happy or sad or whatever like that, whatever topic they give you. So
I already think about so much morbid stuff.
it's pretty cool how they do it. It's like they have like different kind of characters. The graphics reminds me of something I would see on a Renaissance painting, like back in
Really?
like the 1600s graphics. Oh. Like the
I gotta see this because I only seen Stray.
It's
and I
so-
fell in love because
Like
I
I
cats.
love how
Cats
it
cool.
looks with the whole Renaissance looking of it. Like you'll see what I mean. Well, I'll show you the trailer later. You'll see what I mean. But it looks awesome, and I love the whole story aspect of it.
Yeah.
And it comes up for the Switch and the PC. There's no date on that yet. It's still early on the thing, but I'm excited it's coming on Switch. And it's
That's
coming
cool.
on the PC. So that's actually pretty cool. And then another game which they have shown before, Solar Ash.
Yeah.
You remember
okay.
that
Yeah,
game?
I remember Soul Ash.
Yeah, so now they showed it again because now we got a release date, October 26th
This year.
this year.
Cool.
That's coming out for the PS4, PS5, and PC.
Soul
The Epic
Ash does
Store.
look good.
That's gonna be that's exclusive for the PS5, so that's good.
Yeah. So at least we got something for the PS5.
We got something. It's a little cute little like adventure action game, and I love the graphics. It's so distorted type of graphics, but I
Yeah.
love it. It looks cool. So I like little weird games like that. And then they had another game they showed, which will be the last one, is Skin Deep, which is a sci-fi immersive sim type of game, where pretty much you do like type of stuff like you have to use the map, you have to create weapons, you have to clean, you have to do all that type of stuff. It all takes place in the space station, and you also have to defend it from like aliens, like cat aliens and stuff like that. So it's also in first person too.
Okay.
It's very different. The way it looks is very different, and apparently it looks interesting. I don't know if I'll get it because it's not my type of game, but I just like how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And no release date on that either, and that's coming out for like the PC, strictly PC, so probably like Steam and all that. But yeah, that was actually pretty cool. And like I said, I love little companies like this. And this came out of nowhere because I wasn't expecting this kind of.
I know, yeah,
because this kind of like just came out of nowhere.
It caught me off guard because I was like, "What the hell?" And then I seen like on the Twitter,
I saw it on my YouTube.
Who makes Stray? And I'm like, "Wait a minute! Oh snap!" And then I'm like, "Oh, so they make Stray?" But then they're gonna have a whole conference. I'm like, "Huh?"
I saw it on my YouTube. I was like, what conference is this? And I looked, I was like, oh, okay. I just watched it.
Which, again, makes me feel that somebody with big pockets is going to go in and buy that.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking it's 10 cents. Unfortunately, 10 cents. I mean, it could be worse. It could be EA or Activision.
That's true. And I hope EA doesn't even go anywhere near this company because they will get all their microtransaction, grubby little hands on it and kill this company.
Any different cat you want, you got to pay a fee.
Exactly, yeah.
Stupid stuff. All right, so then what we got else? I think we got a couple more. Oh snap! Oh snap, dude!
Pokemon Snap.
That's the last one we have.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have some break-in, which of course. So let's talk about it. And it's very kind of smooth. It's nothing too big, but it caught me
off guard because basically Pokemon Snap is going to have a free update. Now, when you think of free updates, you think they're gonna.
We love free, baby.
You think of like just some little updates here and there, nothing too great.
Yeah.
But with this free update, comes out August 3rd, so this Tuesday.
Damn, this Tuesday.
It's going to be 3 new areas.
Okay.
And 20 new Pokemon.
20?
20 more Pokemon added on to that. Wasn't in the original thing. They're gonna add 20 new Pokemon, and they're also going to add new like moves and new things that the Pokemon in the old thing games could do now. So you'll be able to take new pictures and stuff like that. Yeah. And they're gonna have 8 day and night cycles, so that you get both day and night cycles, which is cool.
Now, is that based on real time or no?
It's not real time. It's based on different kind of levels thing. One of it is called Secret Side Path, where you get shrunk down, and then you get to see all the Pokemon huge. So you get to take pictures of like the huge Pokemon.
Like an inverted, like you're a little dude now.
Exactly.
Seeing these monstrous,
so now you can take
Pokemon.
pictures. So it'll be different kind of angles of pictures and stuff like that. And then there's another one called the Mighty Wide River, which is pretty much like a river rafting ride, including with all the rapids and all that type of stuff. Okay. And so you have to take pictures of Pokemon while doing all that.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's another one called the Barren Barefolds, which is a desert.
Nice.
All the Pokemon in the desert and all that type of stuff. So it's pretty cool that they're going to have something like this, and it's free. Doesn't cost anything. You get 3 new levels, Pokemon moves, so you get lots of more photos. So you get like at least probably like a couple of hours more into the game. Yeah. And it doesn't cost you anything.
That's good.
Which I love.
I mean, it's hard for me to say that I would be the one to grab it and play it.
Oh, I already.
I don't.
I like that. I like the game a lot, so it's nice to have a little extra thing. Because I bought the game when it came out.
And it's free. So
yeah, exactly.
If you put a price tag on it,
and it comes out August 3rd. That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner. That was a swift news break on that front.
Yeah.
So let's look at some breaking news here. Let's see what I got saved, and we kind of touched on what we had saved.
Well, you already said like the whole new Activision news. We talked about that already.
Yeah. Anything on TikTok that people requested or asked, or if anything of the sort, they probably just looked at it, seen somebody, a fan, and that's it.
I don't see anyone like talking.
I don't think so.
Up, right? I'm assuming.
I mean, yeah, I guess it does. Yeah.
I don't know how this works, so I'm still trying to figure it out.
You're trying to figure it out. Friggin', what are you, a boomer now? You a boomer?
Tony, you don't know how to do it. Do you know how to do this?
Boomer.
Do you know how to do this?
I'll figure it out. Oh, dude, we didn't talk about this.
Which one?
Oh, man. Hold on. Let me bring that image real quick. Let me bring it up. This is probably why I didn't say it, because the image I probably didn't get. And I did not. But we will talk about it right here and now. Guess what, folks? PlayStation 5 had their first beta firmware.
Oh yeah, you was gonna talk about that.
Yes, they had their first beta firmware, and it has a lot of features. Main feature we're gonna really not gonna take too long to discuss them, but is the expanded SSD, which is pretty much the space.
But there's a
But-
but with this.
There's certain specs that you need to use, so you can make it needs a heatsink. Got it. You need an I think it's M.2 SSD up to 4 terabytes. That's the cap that has a heatsink because you're gonna fry the crap out of it. And I guess it's a great install. You just go take off the lid. There's a screwdriver, pop it in, and plug it in. But because it's beta, right? It was just announced that it's a beta with features, and what that is I had it for the PlayStation 4 for a long time. So when they're planning on bringing out an official firmware update, they need people to test. But these people, it seems like these people, and the way it's been announced, it's setting everybody up to fail. They're like, brand new PS5 service firmware update, system update, download it now, hunt for it. You can expand your memory, go get it. What you need to get, what do you need to know? Is there official list? It's not a list. Seagate's got it. Mike, Fire CUDA. Oh, get that. And then Sony's like, hey, look, guys, don't really do it at your own risk. It's a beta,
Yeah.
so I can't fault you. Well, I can't reimburse you if you mess up your own system. I'm just saying, they don't have an official list. It just says we are showing off a feature that we're going to include in our future update of expanding your SSD. Yes, you're going to be like, all right then, so I'm going to need to grab it. Fine. But they're saying it, and then everybody's hunting for this update, but it's not an official update. It's a test.
Exactly.
So I'm like, damn, I'm about to get this, about to get that. But then I kind of had to come to the realization, I don't have the beta. I want the beta. Hello, Sony. Hi, TikTok. And so I need that. I want it. I've been there with the PlayStation 4. I want to be there now. I have it. Give me a beta. I want it. And then they also have 3D audio for TV. So you don't need a TV to hold down 3D audio. It just outputs the 3D audio on your TV, which is great. Again, a test. I personally don't have that. I don't have the beta, but I have the Sony Pulse headset. So if those that are loving that 3D, it's a major difference. It is lovely. They had some other UI benefits of like removing friends during your group or your game base or your recents. I think the main one was
The storage
misleading
thing, yeah.
consumers and getting a official third-party up to 4 terabyte SSD to expand your memory for the PlayStation 5. Once you do that, you can run games on the actual disc itself. And they're comparing it to the Xbox, where Xbox only is up to a terabyte.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing. It's unofficial, guys.
Yeah.
It's unofficial. So
You don't
if
want
you
to
do
risk,
it,
especially something that you can't find right now. Don't risk it.
and don't try to go bare minimum. The only one that I know off the top of my head, and I retweeted it on Twitter, was the Seagate Fire CUDA, because it does automatically have a
Yeah, isn't
heat
it like
sink.
like $400, $500 or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
for 4 terabyte, I think it's like close to $500.
Yeah,
But
I
I think
remember.
the base is I think the base is like 180 or 200.
Oh, not that bad.
It's a little small little thing, but it's great, and I need the space. Damn it! So I know that if it's official,
Especially for
or if
Call
I
of
get the
Duty,
beta, I'll
because
grab it.
especially Call of Duty, those games are huge.
Based on the PlayStation 5 gigs, you already wasted close to a third of your space based on Call of Duty alone.
Jesus Christ, they gotta play those type of games.
It's
God.
stupid.
I don't understand how Call of Duty takes so much fucking space.
It's fucking stupid.
None of my games, and they're long ass games, and none of them take nowhere close to those type of space.
It's just a lot of different things you could do, plus big ass maps and rendering and all that.
I guess it's just. God,
I mean, I get it, but like, dude. But it's funny how everybody's going off to get all this SSD and buy all of them next year when it officially released and it's not on the list. And you wonder, did it make the list and why not? Because again, there's certain specs.
Yeah.
It's got to be M.2. It's got to have a heatsink. It's got to be at 5,500 RPMs minimum.
Minimum.
And don't make a mistake, because the heatsink is the main thing that a lot of people are learning that you need to go about doing that. Because if you don't, that shit's going to melt with overuse.
You don't want that?
Because you're using it to expand memory, so most of your memory will probably go onto that. It's not something you just have it stored and and pull it. Like, you're not just putting it and making space. You can run that and that simultaneously. Didn't have a picture for it. My bad, guys. But I just remember that because it was all over Twitter, and even I have an idea of what to get, and hopefully that is an official one. Let's see. Okay. I don't think nothing else that's very...
Yeah, because I think we talked about because there wasn't like
It was a light week this week.
It was light week.
But it was mainly with the Activision. And
It was
what
Activision because it was all over. Like every other news was an Activision news.
Yeah.
I wonder next week we'll have more Activision news. I guess we'll find out, right?
What is it?
I wonder if next week we'll have more Activision news.
It's got to be. It's got to be more reports.
Something needs some more leaks, stuff like that. I want Koch fired.
He won't.
I know he won't, but I want him.
He won't.
He won't though. He'll be saved by his little bitch that's covering him right now.
The hell is this?
What?
Based courtesy of Kotaku report, Blizzard once slapped with misogyny tax. A cybersecurity company whose security researchers had once been harassed by Blizzard employees at a hacking conference charged with game developers a 50% misogyny tax when it sought a quote for security services, according to a new report from Waypoint. What? What the hell does that mean? What the hell?
Did they do something wrong? Is that why they got taxed?
The researcher, Emily Mitchell, told Waypoint that which is the same individual that was at the rally, by the way, on Wednesday, because I remember that name is familiar, told Waypoint that she approached the Blizzard booth during the annual... Oh, okay. All right. It's the same report that I mentioned earlier with the Blizzard.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was hit with the tax, which they didn't talk about. When her shirt, which referenced a security process known as penetration testing, prompted two unnamed Blizzard employees to ask her questions laced with misogyny and sexual double entendre.
Double entendres.
Double entendre. Damn, why did it spell? Right.
That's
My
how
eyes.
it's spelled.
No, how I see it is entendre.
It's double entendre.
One of them asked me when was the last time I was personally penetrated. Wow.
That's wow.
Whoa, I wasn't even prepared to read that to Joe.
You just read that as like out loud with no issue at all.
No,
You just
like-
read it.
Jesus. Okay, let me...
Yes.
One of them asked me, when was the last time I was personally penetrated?
Yeah,
if I like
that's
being penetrated, how often I get penetrated? Wow, that
Oh
went
my
deep.
God. Why do these people ask? People are disgusting.
I wasn't prepared for that sentence.
People are disgusting. Like, why would you ask someone you don't like?
I was
like
furious
that?
and felt humiliated, so I took the free swag and left.
Well,
Wow. Sick bastards.
why would you say that to someone you don't know like that?
And you're in a convention. It's because they probably got their heads too big.
Or
They're like,
egos.
I make money, I'm at
Egos,
Blizzard, you know
yeah,
who
the
I
egos,
am?
yeah.
I created World of Warcraft. How many times did you get peed?
That's disgusting, though. You don't
Oh
say
my
shit
God.
like that. Especially to someone you don't know. What the fuck?
And yes, now that it's familiar because it's the Black Hat convention. And the Black Hat is for those that go in and find zero vulnerabilities within software. 2 years later, Blizzard approached cybersecurity firm Sagita HPC, now known as TerraHash, to request a quote on one of Sagita's HPC's password cracking boxes. Mitchell, who was Sagita's HPC's chief operating officer at the time, saw Blizzard's request and immediately remembered what occurred at Black Hat USA 2015. After learning of the incident from Mitchell, Sagita HPC founder and chief executive officer Jamari M. Ghazni responded to Blizzard's inquiry with a lengthy message decrying her treatment at the hands of Blizzard employees, so he backed her up. Rather than dismiss you and tell you that we will not do business with you, we'd like to give Blizzard the opportunity to redeem themselves. We are committed to combating equality, and I'm calling on Blizzard to do the same. As you may or may not know, today is International Women's Day, and in honor of this day, we are attaching a few conditions if Blizzard wishes to do business with us. Awesome. That guy's a legend.
Good.
And it was based on his Twitter. Not going to name and shame, but don't be a dick is globally applicable. There are repercussions. Woo! Shout out to
Good.
Jeremy, baby.
Bitch. Ha.
These conditions included a 50% misogyny tax and any business Sagita HPC did with Blizzard to be used as a donation to 3 different organizations voted to support girls and women in the tech industry, Blizzard becoming a gold-level sponsor of the Grace Hopper Celebration of Women in Computing Conference, and a formal letter of apology from Blizzard executives to Mitchell in which they'd further dedicate themselves to supporting equality for women in sexual harassment training.
Good.
That's going to be TikTok worthy.
Yes.
That's why the misogyny. I'm glad I read this report.
That's
why it
good.
was misogyny attacks, because they did it in spite of, against Blizzard.
Exactly.
Because they harassed former chief officer of HPC company. Oh my God.
Why would you say that to her though? You don't say shit like that.
A list of sponsors from the Years of Grace Hopper Celebration of Women in Computing Conferences indicated that while Blizzard itself didn't support the event, partner company Activision came in as silver-level corporate partner. Kotaku contacted Gosney for more information on the events surrounding his email to Blizzard, but didn't hear back from publication. And quote, Blizzard made it clear that we are not interested in agreeing to any of the terms, but a lot of empty promises that they were taking the report seriously, it would be investigated internally, and assured me that they do conduct sexual harassment training. Mitchell told Waypoint. Ultimately, it felt like they were more interested in gouging their own legal exposure and play-setting me. I don't know. I probably butchered that. But that's crazy. That's lovely
Good. Get
breaking
the
news
tax.
there.
There should be 75% tax. That's 50.
That was about 5 years ago. 5 hours ago. Wow, that was a misogyny tax.
That is funny.
So combat. That's cool. That's a
Good.
great mother.
Yes.
That's
Screw
awesome.
that, please.
Screw
Take all
that.
their
Yeah.
fucking money.
It's crazy, man.
Like I said, I just want them just fire all the CEOs and just start anew. That's what I want them to do. That's the only way they'll get forgiven. Honestly, in my opinion, that's the only way they're getting forgiven.
Only way.
Get rid of all those people, hire new ones, and change the policies. Only way you're getting forgiven. Too much that came out on them. Too much.
I think we're good now. And there's nothing that just all the things we've talked about
Yeah.
kind of rehearsed there. Oh, well, here's one. Power Rangers restaurant opens in Japan.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Another place to go to when we go to Japan.
Damn right. Right? Okay. Amazon new award troll. Nope. Yeah. You mentioned that with the Twitch streamers and devs help Activision Blizzard walk out with boycotts. And
Yeah, they were helping out and all that. Yeah, helping raise money for all those 5 companies, which is good.
Yeah. So I think that's that, man. A nice, cool, relaxed episode.
With a little heat in
Runtime
the
around.
beginning.
Yeah, but it was the main thing that happened this week.
Exactly.
It was the main thing is the Activision walkout, what transpired, what new leaks and documents and testimonies have came out.
And new apologies.
And lovely last-minute breaking news, which is great with the misogyny tax. That's awesome. That's going to be TikTok worthy. I might have to hit you to that. That was awesome.
Misogyny tax.
That was great.
Hilarious.
So it was great. We got to probably hear more. Going to hear more. We don't know what's going to happen next week.
We don't know.
We just see numbers, new updates, some release dates.
Maybe a conference here and there. Who knows?
Hey, who knows? Who
Exactly.
knows?
Because like I said, that
Maybe a random state of play or Nintendo
that
Direct.
Perna one that came out of nowhere. So
Yep.
like, who knows? Something might come out randomly.
Who knows? But again, guys, thank you. If you didn't check us out now on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? If you don't check us out now, always check us out right after it concludes the podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, everywhere. And all the podcasts as well. Everything we do here, audio version, is on Anchor and all the actual podcasts wherever you get them. From Spotify to Apple to Deezer to a lot of different stuff. So, we conclude here. Peace.
Peace.